the leader of Mufassirin, Imam Ibn Kathir, and the other scholars of Tafsir, they say that Noor here is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's the light of Allah. Now, how did the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, how was he created and fashioned by Allah? This is an important concept. How was he fashioned, created, made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Imam al-Busari said, Muhammadun jubilat bin nuri tinatuhu. This light of Allah is in this creation. Qadi Iyad, in his Kitab al-Shifa, mentions the example of many people who would go in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ while he was alive, and then afterwards they knew of him through those who were with him, the Sahabas. It says, among the words they would say, كَأَنَّكَ خَلَقْتَ كَمَا تَشَاءُ. It is as if you were created, however, in whatever way you want. Imagine if you can make that decision. For you to be created, for you to have your life in whatever way you want. Won't be any illness, or sickness, or struggles, or difficulties, or problems, or anything that you don't like. You would want to be the most beautiful. The Prophet ﷺ was the most beautiful. Sayyidina Yusuf as-Siddiq, he has the title of being the beautiful one. The women, when they saw him, they cut their hands. When they saw the beauty of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam, Imam Busari said, the Prophet alayhi salam was even more beautiful than Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala veiled him from much of his creation. So, كَأَنَّكَ خَلَقْتَ كَمَا تَشَاءُ. It is as if you have been created in the way you want, in this perfect way. This is what they say about him. Then they say as well, those who saw him, visited him, Qadi Iyad mentions this. لم أرى قبله ولا بعده مثله. Beautiful words of Arabic poetry. I have never seen anyone, either before him nor after him, that can be compared with him. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. كَأَنَّكَ خَلَقْتَ كَمَا تَشَاءُ. The Imam mentioned. So how did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create him? An-Nur al-Muhammadiyya. This Nur that he was created from. On this night of his coming, the 12th of Rabi'ul Awwal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announced to creation through his angels that he is coming. And creation stood up to welcome him. The angels, from the highest of the heavens to the lowest depths of the earth, stood up to welcome him. Who is coming? Who is coming? They knew who was coming, so they welcomed him. The believing jinns, they stood up on this night to welcome him. It's mentioned in the riwayah as well that the great women of creation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought them back so that they can be with the Sayyidah Amina on the night of the birth of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Sayyidah Maryam, the mother of Isa alayhi salam, was there. Sayyidah Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh, was there. The leaders of the believing women in creation were there to witness his coming, to welcome him, to be with the Sayyidah Asiya. Subhanallah. And there's that popular poetry or qasida that you're all familiar with, Jashni Amali Rasul. Some of the words and lines of that poetry address this point also. How creation responded. Why? Why did they do this? Why did the angels and all the believing jinns and the other creation of Allah waited in anticipation for this night of Rabi al-Awwal, Monday the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal, in the year of the elephant, waited in anticipation for the coming of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Because they knew that he is khayrul khalqillah. He is the best of the creation of Allah.